This is going to be a quick overview on how to operate the Haulotte 55XA. First thing you want to do is unlatch the two tie-down points. There are two of these, one at the front and one above the control panel. Next, open up the control panel and make sure that the key is turned to the on position with the red stop pulled out. You can turn it to the base station, like it is right now, which the key is turned to the left, or you can turn it all the way to the right to put the communication to the basket. Okay, let's get the machine set up where it goes. So we got to drive the machine. Let's dig in on how to operate the machine from A to Z, starting with driving. Everything you're going to do to operate the machine is going to happen here at the basket control station. Go ahead and turn it on by pulling up the red plunger button. And the first thing we're going to do is start the engine by pressing the turnover button here at the top right corner. If you press the turnover button and the engine doesn't start, also press the choke button that's right next to it and the engine will start. Then you're going to want to select a speed option, and after you select your speed, you want to choose how you want the machine to turn. Once those are selected, grab your safety trigger and push forward to drive forward and pull back to drive backwards. At the top of the joystick is a thumb trigger to turn the wheels left or to turn them to the right. You have to choose a steering method. 3 steering methods here. Here I'm going to move it into crab walk position where all 4 wheels are turning in the same direction. When you turn the wheels, they all go at the same time in the same direction. The other option, it's the center option in that selection, is where the front wheels and the back wheels will turn in the opposite direction, which would make the machine do more of a circle. Currently, the crab walk option makes it to where the machine can move more laterally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the back wheels, the wheels that are closest to the basket, straightened up, and then I'm going to switch the machine into a different steering mode. That's going to be front steering only. And now the back wheels are acting like a normal vehicle where they stay straight and the front wheels turn. You can turn the generator off by pressing the stop button, and the generator will turn off and it's no longer needed. Once the lift is positioned where you need it, we will extend the outriggers by pressing the auto level button and the extend button at the same time. Pressing these buttons at the same time puts all 4 outriggers down. When the outriggers reach the ground, they will lift the machine up and level the machine. Hold the buttons down until all green lights are illuminated and the machine beeps at you twice. After you hear the 2 beeps, the machine will now allow you to start operating its primary functions. Let's go to the main control boom. We're going to grab our safety switch and then push forward, and that's going to lift us up into the air. This is the primary boom. We can go a little bit faster once we're at a pace that makes sense for us and our comfortability. This is the primary boom. As it lifts you up, it also pushes you out in the direction that it is faced. Always return the joystick to the center slowly to avoid hitting the machine hard on its components. Now we can extend the telescoping boom. Sometimes you have to press the button twice. And we click again on our joystick, pull it backwards, and that's going to extend our telescoping boom. We want to be careful as we start to reach the end of the distance that it can travel. It can be very uncomfortable if you hit that at full speed. So the operator is going to look at the guide rail, and as that chain link kind of gets up to that yellow square, you're going to start slowing down and come to a nice slow stop. Now to the next floor. We're going to use our secondary boom here, and as we lift up on the secondary boom, we go higher and we come back closer to the base of the machine. To rotate the machine, you press this button right here. Yellow is clockwise and blue is counterclockwise. Never rotate the machine more than 270 degrees. To extend the jib, you'll press this button. This one I highly recommend going extra slow, as that motion kicking you out can jostle you quite a bit. If you ever have a fault or an error message, especially that says basket not level, you're going to hit the basket level button and you're going to compensate in the direction that you need to go. As the machine unfolds and gets larger, the way that the basket hangs off the machine changes. It is normal to have to level the basket once or twice during the operation. If you've completed your work or you need to move the machine to reapproach the project, you'll have to stow the lift. Completely putting the lift away is necessary to bring the outriggers up and so also to drive the machine. A couple things to keep in mind is to slowly put the hydraulics back, and as you bring down, especially this knuckle here of the main and the secondary boom, as it spins around, it can catch trees or vehicles or whatever may be close to it. So keep a close eye on that elbow. We're going to line this up with that cradle there between the two front wheels. We'll call that the front of the machine, the front cradle. There's a sensor in there that has to be pushed down so that the machine will allow you to pull the outriggers up. Okay, and once we get this in place, then the next spot that we're focused on is up towards the basket of the secondary arm. There's also a cradle up here. There's no sensor, but that has to sit in its cradle nicely. And then as the jib comes down and the basket comes down, there's a big yellow plate that has to be depressed. This is your second sensor. If this plate is not pushed all the way down, then the machine will not allow you to pull the outriggers up. We have the machine put back the way that it needs to be, and all we have to do is retract the outriggers. Press the auto level button and the retract button at the same time, and that'll bring the outriggers up to their stowed position. If you are traveling to a different spot on the job site, you would restart the generator and follow the process as prescribed before. If you're done with the machine and it's at its resting spot, you can just press the red stop button here at the upper control box, and or you can set the key to 0 and press the red button at the lower control box. Any one of those three things will turn the machine off.